The year is 1901. The sun struggles to break through the smoky Pittsburgh skyline. As dawn cracks, the air is thick with the smell of burning coal and hot steel. You drag yourself out of bed, your body already aching, and you're already late for work. You're just one of the thousands of men, women, even children fueling America's industrial age. But this dream of progress feels more like a nightmare than a blessing. Maybe you came here from a farm in the countryside, or maybe you crossed an ocean from Ireland or Italy. Chasing the promise of the American dream, the newspapers call it the age of progress. Factories are churning out fortunes. Railroads are stitching the country together, and cities are scraping the sky. But for you, inside that steel mill, progress feels like a relentless burning fire. It sears your hands, chokes your lungs, and slowly scorches your spirit. The noise is a living thing. It never stops. Steam hisses from pipes like angry snakes. Massive machines roar and groan, shaking the very floor beneath your feet. Iron sparks fly through the air like a swarm of angry fireflies. Above it all, the foreman's voice cuts through the din, shouting orders that are impossible to keep up with. The air is so thick with dust you can taste it. You wipe the sweat and grime from your face and get back to work. 12 hours a day, sometimes 14. 6 days a week. Children, some no older than 8, dart between the thundering machines. Their small bodies straining to carry tools that seem heavier than they are. You've seen the accidents. You try not to look, but you can't forget the image's hands crushed in gears. Legs torn by belts, bodies broken and discarded. And when someone falls, when someone dies, the boss barely glances up. Next man up, he grunts. There are no safety rules. There are no weekends off. There is no rest. There is only survival. For all this, you earn $10 a week. It's just enough to rent a single cramped room in a crowded tenement building. There's no running water, no privacy, and certainly no comfort. Your wife takes in other people's laundry, her knuckles raw from scrubbing, just to make ends meet. Your children work too, their childhood stolen by the relentless need for another few cents. Just as you collapse into bed, you hear the factory whistle again, a mournful shriek cutting through the night. Another shift begins. The factory never sleeps, neither do your worries. You lie awake in the dark, the question echoing in your mind, is this the dream America promised? Then one evening, after another grueling day, a man quietly presses a small folded piece of paper into your hand. It's a leaflet. It says, "Join the Union." You've heard the whispers. Names like Samuel Gompers and Mother Jones spoken in hushed, hopeful tones. They talk of radical ideas, fairness, shorter hours, a living wage. A world where children belong in schools, not in factories. The idea is terrifying. If the boss finds out, you'll be fired and blacklisted. Your family will starve. But something stronger than fear pulls you in. You go. You find the meeting in a dark, damp basement, the faces of your fellow workers illuminated by flickering candlelight. They are exhausted, their faces etched with soot and weariness, but their eyes burn with a light you haven't seen in years. It's hope. A man stands on a wooden crate and speaks. One day, he says, his voice ringing with conviction, we'll work only 8 hours. One day, our children will be safe. One day, we will have rights. A cheer erupts through the small room, raw and powerful. And for the first time in what feels like a lifetime, you feel truly alive. You are not alone. The year is now 1905. The whispers have grown into a roar. The workers in Chicago rise up, and you are with them, marching shoulder to shoulder through the city streets. Banners fly high, bold words painted across them, fair pay, shorter hours, human rights. The energy is electric. But then you see them, the police lined up, waiting. On horseback, armed with clubs and guns, the march turns into chaos. Clubs swing. The air fills with smoke, screams, and the thundering of hooves. You see your friend Charlie, who worked beside you at the forge fall to the ground. A dark stain spreading across his shirt. In the panic, you can't tell if he's still breathing. The strike fails. You lose your job, just as you feared. The factory gates are closed to you. As you walk away, something inside you has fundamentally changed. You understand now. Change doesn't happen overnight. It is bought, and the price is sacrifice and courage. Years pass, great factories still roar, but the world is slowly, painfully beginning to shift. Because of marches like yours, because of men like Charlie, new laws are written. Child labor is finally banned. The workday is gradually shortened. The unions, once a secret whispered in basements, grow stronger, their voices heard in the halls of power. Every small victory, every single right gained, was paid for with the blood, sweat, and bravery of people just like you, and you were part of it. It's 1915. You stand at those same factory gates one evening, watching the sun set behind the familiar skyline. The same smoke rises, the same noise echoes, but the air. The air smells a little cleaner, a little freer. You take a deep breath, and for the first time it smells like real hope. Time moves on. Your hair turns gray. Your hands, once powerful enough to bend steel, now tremble slightly. Sit on your porch and watch your grandchildren walk to school, their laughter echoing down the street. They dream of being doctors, teachers, artists. They have weekends, they have fair pay, they have a voice that matters. They will never know the bitter taste of coal dust or the bone-deep exhaustion of a 12-hour shift. But they live and breathe in the world you helped build. So when you walk past those old brick factories today, now silent and historic, remember what happened inside those walls. Remember the life, the roar of the machines, the sweat, the fear, and most of all, the incredible courage. Because every comfort we enjoy, every right we take for granted, from the weekend to the 8-hour day, was forged in the fire of their struggle. This was their life, their fight, their legacy. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more stories that bring history to life.